second death due to COVID-19 reported in the country. Number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the country exceeds 11,000. 5 officers attached to the Fire and Rescue Department of Colombo tests positive for COVID-19. Process of carrying out PCR tests in the country expedited.
පළවෙනි PCR පරීක්ෂණ 50,000 කරගෙන යාම සඳහා මාස 3කට කාලයක් ගත වුණා. අවසාන PCR පරීක්ෂණ ලක්ෂ්‍ය කිරීම සඳහා දල වශයෙන් ගියේ දින 5.5ක් වාගේ කාලයක් පමණයි.
A shootout between a group of poachers and wildlife officers reported in Kataragama. UK media reveals Duke of Cambridge Prince William tested positive for COVID-19 back in April.
Hello there and welcome to Lunchtime News here on TV1. You're joining me, Debbie Paldano. Now on to a headline making stories this afternoon. The 22nd death due to COVID-19 in the country was reported a while ago. The Department of Government Information, quoting the epidemiology unit, said the victim was a 27-year-old male from Panadura who was admitted to the Panadura Base Hospital on the 31st of October after committing suicide. The department added that a post-mortem PCR test revealed the victim was exposed to COVID-19. Meanwhile, 5 employees attached to the Fire and Rescue Department, Colombo, have tested positive for COVID-19. CMC Regional Epidemiologist Dr. Dinukar Guruge said another group of officers of the Fire and Rescue Department was subjected to PCR testing. She added all COVID-19 cases identified within the Colombo city limits have been directed to medical supervision at hospitals. Number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 from across Sri Lanka has increased to 11,060 after another 397 tested positive yesterday. The Department of Government Information said that those who tested positive are from the Duvlapitia and Paligoda clusters. Thus far, 7,582 cases have been reported from the 2 clusters. At present, 6,134 patients are being treated in hospitals for the virus. The Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health said in total 4,905 patients have recovered from the virus, of which 506 people recovered yesterday. Meanwhile, the 21st person to fall victim to COVID-19 in Sri Lanka was reported last evening. The Department of Government Information said that the 40-year-old victim of Mahara had died on Saturday at the National Hospital for Respiratory Diseases in Valisara. The department added that the victim was admitted to the hospital on the 23rd of October for high blood pressure and respiratory difficulties. He was not flagged as a COVID-19 infected patient in the first PCR test. The statement added that a second PCR test carried out post-mortem revealed he was infected by the coronavirus. Specialist Dr. Hemanta Herat says measures are in place to expedite the process of carrying out PCR tests in the country. The 21st death due to COVID-19 was reported yesterday. The deceased had passed away at his residence after he returned from the hospital where he was receiving treatment for high blood pressure and respiratory difficulties. It was after we carried out another PCR test on the deceased that we identified that he was infected with COVID-19. We witnessed similar incidences in the recent past. It took us approximately 3 months or 95 days to carry out the first 50,000 PCR tests. However, the last 100,000 tests were carried out within 6 days. We have expedited this process. The 89 institutions that were permitted to use their official service IDs as curfew passes during the quarantine curfew period commenced operations this morning. Accordingly, several institutions of Setsiripaya, Isurupaya and the Examinations Department were opened today. Our correspondent said the Registration Department of the Immigration and Emigration Department remained closed today. Meanwhile, the main bus depot in Kurunegala has been closed following the imposition of quarantine curfew in the Kurunegala Municipal Council area. However, our correspondent said buses were permitted to operate within city limits. A group of ministers, including Minister of Health Pavitra Vanyarachi, immersed Pirit Pan to rivers yesterday with the wishes of eradicating the COVID-19 virus from the country.
According to our correspondents, the Ratna Sutra is being chanted in several temples across the island, wishing for a healthier tomorrow for the citizens of the country. The COVID-19 Progress Review meeting at the Devulapitiya Divisional Secretariat was held yesterday under the patronage of State Minister Indika Anuruddha. The meeting focused on providing relief to the people who are subject to self-quarantine in the Divisional Secretariat and the health of the residents living in the area. Meanwhile, a labourer working at an elderly home in Meerigama was tested positive for COVID-19. With this, 4 more labourers who were working with him have been subject to quarantine. Another COVID-19 patient was discovered from the Divitura Medical Health Division in Valivita. The infected person is reported to be an employee of the State Printing Corporation. Meanwhile, it has been confirmed that a fisherman who set sail from the Beruala fishing harbour 3 days ago had tested positive for COVID-19, with his PCR test results being released. Thereafter, with the assistance of the Sri Lanka Navy, the fisherman had been brought ashore and had been directed to a quarantine facility in Iranavilla. 25 people from the Bandaragama Medical Health Division in Horana and 28 people from the Banadura Medical Health Division have tested positive for COVID-19. Health officials took steps to transport them from a public ground in Pokunuwita, Horana to a quarantine centre located in Ramukkana yesterday. 3 people from the Balapitiya Medical Health Division have tested positive for COVID-19. With this, the medical officers took steps to locate the close contacts of the positive person and to quarantine them. The Pulatisipura National College of Education in Polonnaruwa is also being maintained as a facility to treat COVID-19 patients under the supervision of the Polonnaruwa General Hospital. 10 medical staff attached to the treatment facility organized a music program with the ambition of reducing the mental stress of their patients yesterday.
Another 179 individuals were arrested during the 24-hour window ending at 6 a.m. today for violating quarantine curfew regulations. Police media spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana said another 70 individuals were arrested since the 30th of last month for not wearing a face mask.
Quarantine curfew is currently in effect within the Western Province, Ahaliyagoda and Kuliyapitiya police divisions and within the Kurunagala city limits. We have so far arrested 1,812 individuals who violated quarantine curfew regulations. We have also seized 282 vehicles. During the 24-hour window ending at 6 a.m. this morning, we have arrested 179 individuals for violating quarantine curfew regulations and we have also seized 29 vehicles. On the 30th of last month, mandatory laws on wearing a face mask and maintaining social distance were imposed. We arrested 9 individuals who violated these regulations, bringing the total to 70. We will take legal action against them in the future.
A poacher was injured following a shootout between a group of poachers and wildlife officers in Kataragama. Sri Lanka police said that the shootout took place during a raid last evening.
The suspect who sustained injuries in the shootout was admitted to the Kataragama base hospital. He has been identified as a 47-year-old resident of Peragirigama. Police said that a few more suspects had fled the scene. The Kataragama police have launched an investigation into this matter.
And with that, we wrap lunchtime news here on TV1. For more news, log on to our award-winning website, that is www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Devi Paldano. Take care.